Kings and queens, your majesties, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for returning. Trust you and yours are well and you love yourself and others like always. Many thanks to all of you for the support you give to the channel. Thank you so much to our channel members, to our anonymous supporters, to all of you my team subscribers. You are loved, celebrated and appreciated. So what do you think about reparations being paid to the three countries in the Sahel? The AES, Alliance of Sahel States. What do you think about that? Do you think that France should pay the Sahel states reparations for all that they have done to them, or you are of the opinion that France should not pay? Because there is right now an agitation, and that's why I'm bringing the information to you to hear your own opinion, okay? Um, some Africans are beginning to say that the Sahel state should be paid for all that had happened to them all these years. Like I told you, the story of the Sahel is not new if you're not new to this channel, except if you're new here. I have covered almost everything about the Sahel here, how the whole coup started and everything and the level they are right now. The Sahel states have suffered. The AES went through a lot. And that was why they decided to cut off from ECOWAS. There is a reason why they cut off from ECOWAS. For some of you who feel like they shouldn't have cut off, they should have remained, there is a reason. And what is that reason? They've been exploited so much. They were exploited by France and other foreign bodies that existed in their region in the name of protecting their region. They were exploited by these people. Just imagine someone coming to say, okay, I'm the one helping, but it's that person that is taking out, that is killing you. This was exactly the situation of the Sahel states. And when you look into the amount that France took out of the Sahel as a whole, while they were in the Sahel, you will understand why people are asking that reparations should be paid to the Sahel states. Your Majesties. So what do you think about reparations being paid? I just want to prepare your minds like a debate right now because a lot of people are like, pay, you have to pay, you have to pay. Macron. Remember that funny man that I brought here? He said macaroni. He's not Macron, macaroni, the brother of Indomie. So a lot are like Macron should pay reparations to the Sahel leaders, to the three Sahel countries that France have had hold on. They should pay reparations, and some are like, well, they don't need their reparations. There's no need. They should just let it go. So, what do you think? Should reparations be paid to the Sahel states? Let's listen to this information, and we take it up from there, Your Majesties.
Sahel states, Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger must demand reparations for the centuries of economic and human exploitation endured under French colonial rule. So, how bad was it? During colonial occupation, these countries were subjected to ruthless policies. French administrators imposed exorbitant taxes, enforced forced labor, and extracted natural resources without any compensation. Roads, railways, and infrastructure were often built not to serve Africans, but to ease the transport of resources out of Africa into France. Even after independence, this exploitation continued in more subtle but equally harmful ways. French companies continued to control vast sectors of these countries' economies, especially mining and energy. France maintained a grip on monetary policy through the CFA franc, and military bases dotted the region under the guise of security assistance. Mali's gold, Burkina Faso's cotton, and Niger's uranium all played a role in building modern France's economy. But for the people of the Sahel, little was left behind. The numbers. How much does France owe? According to Sudanese legal scholar Dr. Al-Tayeb Abdul Jalil, the reparations owed by France are staggering. Burkina Faso, $320 billion. Mali, $302 billion. Niger, $354 billion. That's nearly $1 trillion in unpaid debt. And that's just from 3 countries. These figures are not random. They are based on historical records of resource exports, labor costs, economic damage, and the ongoing effects of underdevelopment caused by colonialism. Cohn argues that this is not a radical demand. It is a moral and legal necessity, Reparations are about justice, about correcting a deep historical wrong. So what do you think so far?
All right, kings and queens, that's it so far. So, what do you think? Should France pay for the damage done, for the stealings, for the exploitation of years of decades, from the Sahel? And I am of the opinion, because people be like, "What do I?" Because say I am of the opinion that Macron should pay. Macron and his cohorts, whoever enjoyed the exploitation of the Sahel, should pay the Sahel every dime that was taken out of the Sahel. It's just so normal. I don't care whatever people like Kemi will come and say, because I know she's against reparation. She had even said it that the British was the one that helped Africa develop and stopped slave trading, and Africans are always shouting reparation. Black people are always shouting reparations. Americans are always saying reparations. What, can you come? I don't care about that. And those who have her opinion that might feel like reparations shouldn't be paid to the Sahel state, that's not my business. But it is just so normal. It's just so normal that you pay for the evil that you do. There's what we call restitution, right? When you do something, you offend something, you commit something against someone, even if that person has forgiven you, you have to pay back. You stole something, so you have to return that which you stole. I bet you it wasn't seriously in the heart of Europeans that one day will come when the Africans will take hold of their sovereignty, just like the Sahel leaders are doing right now. They were thinking that it's gonna be forever. They've captured them, they've manipulated them. There's nothing that can happen anymore. Not knowing that you can't. No, it can't just be. It can't just be, because the heavens and the earth will not allow that to happen, where you sit outrightly exploit people, you frustrate them, you still cause chaos in their midst. They are there killing themselves, and you are there taking their resources and giving them chicken change, like you are stealing their resources, Your Majesty. And like I told you, the way they do this thing is, when they get a puppet leader, and make that person the president of a region, they're going to use through that puppet leader to own the properties of that nation, the African nation. Many countries in Africa right now, the resources that they think they have, is not their own. Your president, sure, you love democracy. Your democratic president have sold your resources, all the resources in the ground, they have sold it to the Europeans and Americans. This is exactly what is happening in Africa right now. So you don't even have right to your resources. And that's why you see we keep shouting, we are the richest. Why are we so poor? Well, because we have puppet leaders. And since all of you love democracy so much, you are living inside the democracy and sweating in it. We are sweating together. Hey, we are sweating in it together. What the Sahel leaders did is a heroic act that we need to keep praising them every day. But it's unfortunate that we have people like Mr. Kofi of Ghana and others who see this Sahel as enemies. You think you have resources, you think you have oil, you have crude oil. Most Nigerians will be asking, why is it that the Nigerian government is finding it difficult to sell crude oil to Dangote? Even in the local currency, why are they selling crude oil to Dangote in dollars? Why are they selling crude oil to Dangote in foreign currencies? Why are they even depriving Dangote of crude oil? Even with his money, sometimes they deprive him. Because the oil in your underground is not your own. They have sold the oil already. They sold it. It's some people who are in charge of that oil now. Some of you that have diamonds, you have gold, you have what have you, different mineral resources, different of them, you can name them in your countries. Since you love democracy so much and you have democratic leaders, those your democratic leaders who are obviously puppets have sold your resources. So you have nothing. It is the change that those upper hand up there that have controlled you and your leaders, the change that they give you is what you eat from. If they don't give you, you starve. the reality we are faced with in Africa today. It is unfortunate. And that is why Europe and America are always involved in the politics of Africa. You now see the level of blow that the Sahel gave to France. When France had puppets on seats and believed that they have control over these 3 states already, boom, something just happened. Some young men just came up and kicked their asses out. This is why Macron was shaking. You know, it's like 3 regions out of his hand at once. And this 3 region is where they get most of their resources from. They make the region so poor, they exploit and suck them out. That is why Macron was running mad. He was going crazy. He tried force. Force did not work. He tried love. He said, I love you all. This love is by force love. Oh, you have to love me back. The Sahel said, no, we cannot love you. Love is not by force. Macron ran mad. He went here and there. He sent spies. They'll catch the spies. They'll kill the spies. In short, some of the spies, they have to pay for their ransom. He did everything. It's not working. They use propaganda. It did not work. Because these 3 freedom fighters, these 3 wise men, they are not just normal. There is a force behind them. The ancestors are back and they are saying, you, France, you pay for what you have done to us. Okay? Europe and America, you all we pay for taking us out, assassinating us, and taking charge and taking control. If we want kingdom to change, we must change as the African people. If you want your nation to be free, to be liberated, to prosper, we have to change the way, the pattern of leadership. We have seen it working in the Sahel. The Sahel changed pattern of leadership and see how their life is today. They do not pay any allegiance to any European body or American body. They are living their lives now. They choose whoever they want to make a deal with. They are free. They are not reporting to any master anywhere. Is this the kind of life that we should be living? But no. Since the Berlin Conference, everything got spoiled. They divided us and have us as, our leaders became puppets from that time onward. Since the Berlin Conference, when Africa was divided, they started lording it over Africa. Our resources was never our own again. They bought our resources. They tried their best to put in, what do you call them? Puppets. Anyone that do not work according to their bidding, they kill the person and propagate it on mainstream media that the person was a tyrant. Just like what they wanted to do to the Sahel leaders recently, right? That they are tyrant, they are juntas, they are what have you, military guys that do not want kiniko. And then a lot of you bought that idea and start believing that these people are not good. These people are not good. They are not good, but they are helping their country. What is your problem? And you that is living in democracy and sweating, you are enjoying it, right? Why are you complaining? So this is the situation, Your Majesties, and that is why it's like a debate right now. Which part are you? Are you on the part of yes, France should pay reparation? I am on that part. I am on that part of yes, France should pay reparation for all that they have done to the Sahel state. Okay, for milking out the Sahel state, they have to pay. They have to pay. And we have to start propagating this. France should pay, hashtag, pay reparations to the Sahel state. Pay reparations to the Sahel state, Your Majesty, so that they will know that enough is enough. The world has changed. Okay? The world has changed. And also, it will be like a warning to them to be careful with any region right now that they are holding on to, thinking that they want to exploit that region and steal and go and claim out. They should know that one day they might be asked to pay. Leave your thoughts and opinion there at the section. I'm going to see you in my next one. Until then, love yourself, love others, stay safe, stay positive always. Your Majesties. Bye for now.